Going on, guys? Welcome, Rabid here, and finally we have the announcement on Bitmain to help fight off the entity that's been taking over Alephium. Bitmain's Alephium ASIC is going on sale in just 3 days' time. The official announcement from Bitmain is right here, and units are supposed to start shipping by the end of August, so next month. Most likely we'll see this happen around September or October. I'm just joking, guys, but for real, we'll probably see some type of delay. We should also start seeing that net hash really start to spike once their units begin testing, unless it's been Bitmain for the entire 4 to 6 months. I guess we're about to find out. So now we have the official announcement of the Antminer AL1, and this is a 15.6 terahash miner at about 3,500 watts here, 225 joules per terahash, and this thing is coming in for most people to buy this from Bitmain. Now, why I'm saying most people here is, you're probably not buying ASICs every time they come out, so you don't have discount codes and stuff. Some people have them for sure, but most of us don't have these. And so you're going to be spending upwards of almost $42,000, maybe around $50,000 to $60,000 with import fees and all that other crazy stuff. It's going to be expensive. Now, third parties and people who order miners all the time because you're rich, you're going to have discount codes, so you're going to get these for only like $29,260 after imports and fees. It could be around $30,000 to $40,000 anyway. But the point is here, they are very, very expensive. So let's take a look. What is the current profitability looking like for an AL1?
Oh, nice. Hey, guys, come here. Check this out. I'm getting some miners from Miner Bros. I bet you didn't know this. With Miner Bros, what you see is what you get. The cost of the item is shipping cost to your door, including import fees. That means no hidden fees later on, unlike the other guys, which nail you at the checkout. So what are you waiting for? Get your ASICs today. Link is in the description, and code RABID will grant $50 off every individual item.
So right now, coming into mining now, link will be in the description to this. This has been one of my go-to main ASIC profitability website I've been using for the past month or so. But right now we can see the Antminer AL1 is sitting at 635. It's, it does update every 10 seconds or so. Unlike other ones, you got to keep refreshing the page, adjusting numbers and so on. This is at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. I'm just going to put this to 12 cents here. Enable that. So $642. Now remember, once these start turning online, this is going to start dropping very, very fast. If you don't believe me, take a page out of the DR7. If you're unfamiliar with the DR7, that just finally started shipping out and getting turned on. And guess what? That was the top ASIC, even more than the KS5 Pro before they were online. If we look at the DR7 just 7 days later, 1 week, it is now in the negatives. This thing went from $80 a day down to the negatives. So that is bad because, realistically, the network couldn't support much hash rate, and Bitmain only made about 350 of these units, but they turned on now, and now they're all dead, unless you have cheap power, in theory. So hopefully you guys didn't jump in on the FOMO train here, but it is now in the negatives from upwards to $80. So we're going to see the same thing kind of happen here. Obviously, a lot of older hardware and everything is going to come off Alephium, but you're going to have one of these miners in order to mine Alephium. And they're just so expensive to most of us out there. I know I can't afford it, so I'm not going to be buying one, but are you going to be buying one? Maybe you're a billionaire and you don't care, but a lot of us, this thing just costs too much. So now let's have a look at what the network hash rate will look like if 1,000 of these miners do turn on. Now the first batch might only be anywhere between 200 to 500 miners. We have no idea, or maybe they already made a crap ton of them and they're ready to go. But it's hard to say. I imagine they're going to try to sell as many as they possibly can because those profitability will drop fast. So 1,000 units will push the total network with just AL1 ASICs here to 15.6 petahash here all by itself. If we look at the current network hash rate, that's only 1.34 petahash. So a little over around 15 times more just in A1 boxes with 1,000 of them online. So looking at the Alephium network right now, we can see current price, and the price has been going up. We can see we're at a 24% pump. Could we see Alephium with a Bitmain pump? As we know, whenever Bitmain or Ice River or anyone does release major ASICs like Kaspa, for an example, the coin always pumps up quite a bit. So could we see $2 to $3 Alephium? Maybe a lot of you guys are waiting to start selling your Alephium. I have no idea, but the point is we're going to see a pump most likely, and it's already starting to begin ever since the announcement. But looking at the profitability now, at $1.31 currently on Alephium, right now we are around that $654, but with 1,000 units going online at the same price, that is down to only $49. That's not making very much considering this thing costs almost $40,000. And now one more time here, and I also added in AL Box 2 profitability based on the same numbers. So I'm assuming about 200 could be an easily first batch here. Maybe it's only 100. We have no idea, guys. We're just guessing, speculating, but we're kind of trying to show you how those profitability will change here as these things start turning on. So with 200 AL1s turned on here, and I don't even know why I keep trying to call these a box, but the big ASIC from Bitmain here. So these things with 200 of them on, that drops the profitability from $654 down to $196. So coming in at the AL Box 2, currently the second one is making about $30.22 per day right now, this very second. Once 1,000 of these Bitmain ASICs do turn on, that's going to drop to only $2.28 for a $5,000 to $6,000 miner. It's not looking good. Gold Shell has now been defeated, and I don't think it's probably worth picking up any of these unless the Alephium goes to like $100 a coin or something, but we'll just have to wait to see what happens next year in altcoin season. Now coming in, if only 200 AL1 ASICs do come online, that's down to $9, which is still not very much profitability considering a $5,000 to $6,000 miner. You're way better off mining with other equipment here that's making quite a bit more than this for a lot cheaper. So that pretty much does break it down, guys. We do finally have official word from Bitmain on the announcement on their Alephium ASIC, which we have been waiting for. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know when. It seemed like it was taking forever for Bitmain to finally release this, but maybe it took a little bit of tweaking here to finally be able to mine all 16 chains, unlike the original AL box, which we don't know if it's fixed in the second AL box from Gold Shell, where it only mined one chain. So it's not even an official miner for Alephium because it can't even mine the coin correctly. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Are you planning on picking up one of these? Are you rich or are you not rich? Most of us aren't very rich, at least not this year, but we may be multi-billionaires next year in altcoin season. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.